Okay, folks, Jim here. I started building a different kind of a burner, and then I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to try to get a little more heat. I like the other burner, it's two brake drums together and the fuel's coming up from the bottom. I'm going to try it, I like it. It's portable for sure, kind of heavy. I'll use an LP tank, I have a 30-gallon one. Anyway, so I started building it. Well, I suppose I'll just show you, I can see it right here. Anyway, so these are brand new. A friend of mine, he ordered them for a truck years ago. Anyway, so what I did was the one needs to be, excuse me, plugged up, you know. So I took a piece of some flat plate that I had, welded it up inside. Need to drill a hole in that one. Made some little guide pins here, just little pins. They're part of the old baby crib, the kind of the wooden things you can't have anymore, but there's real where the thing goes up the side, if you're old enough to know that. Anyway, so they go in here, so they stick up a little bit. Each rim has a little part in here to keep dust and stuff out, so I'll put 3 of them in there. That will locate the other one, whammo zoom, because the one I did see, it had to where they took the whole top off to clean it and had a stand on the bottom one. You know, this one here would be the bottom one, had a stand, right? I'm going with no on that. Probably what I will do is attach the stand to the one that's going to be the top, of course, right? See? So, the one that's going to be the top, I'll just take some legs, and just 3 legs is all I want. But I'll make them a little weird so you can get this guy out, okay? Maybe 2, anyway, we'll figure it out. So, anyway, so, not quite sure. Maybe I'll run that, those legs off the bottom of the tank. Now that I think about it, that sounds a little bit more like it would work to get this out of there. Of course, you could probably turn this sideways, but with the pipe that's going to be underneath it and all like that, there's not going to be a lot of tilting and all, but anyway, it's a kind of where the pipe's a little higher, so then you drip your oil into there and it goes, and then it kind of oozes up to the bottom, and then you have an air tube in there just letting loose. So anyway, that's not this one, that's another one, and I'm doing it because, I don't know, it's fun. I like doing this here. I get dirty like this every single day, but, you know, what else are you going to do, right? So, the one I'm going to go to make my own furnace, which is my test furnace, the first furnace I made. Everybody knows that one if you've been here, and if you haven't been here, well then go to Waste Oil Furnace Build 1 on my playlist, and there you go. Alright, so what I did is, here's a big pan. I'm hoping it'll get a lot of, it's stainless steel, a lot of air. Anyway, so, sorry about that, I'm not sorry about that. Anyway, so, on another one of these rotors, I cut the center out to try to get a lot of flow up there, okay? So anyway, I cut these little guys up and moved them in so I could put a 2-inch pipe in here. 2-inch pipe fits in there snugly, and that's what I wanted on it. I didn't want to put a lot of weird weld stuff in there, so anyway, it'll work out. Okay. Also, on this one here, I think I should have picked another one that had more, or not more, but bigger openings. So we'll see how this works. This will just be a trial, and if I have to, I'll just hack this guy up here and get a big one. I have a big one over there, but I don't know. I'm going to do something else with it. I think I'm going to make a stand for one of these things. Anyway, so just so you can see, here's the vented part here, and you can see inside, I think, anyway, that the fire should come up, hit, and go out there. And hopefully we don't need to use a lot of air on my air tube. So on the air tube, it fits in there. I'm going to put down, one other fella I saw did like 1.5 inches, so I'm going to try to do that. I put a little bit more than 30 holes in here, some small ones, all real close at the bottom here. And my idea here is to not do it like some other people. You know what, I just got a new idea too. Put this in here so when it hits, it pushes it out. Ha! Okay, because I have a little nut, or a little nut welded on there. Originally I welded it in recessed a little bit so it could get a little cool in there going, so when the air came in, it could kind of hit and spray the oil out, kind of. I was hoping for that. We'll see. I don't know. So anyway, I have a whole bunch of them close together, and then I have some farther apart and kind of mixed up. Anyway, so the idea, and oh, you can't see in here. Well, I can see in here. Anyway, what I did is I took a washer and then a piece of copper tube. Oh goodness. Anyway, I took a washer in here, I don't know, maybe you can see it. Can you see in there? Anyway, we'll show you another time. And then I took two sheetrock screws. Well, I drilled a whole extra hole in each side straight across. So then I took a sheetrock screw, welded them to that washer, and then that will locate my tube here. See the tube? When it gets a little, I'll have it just barely. Let's see, where will I have it? Let's see here. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I couldn't get the darn thing in earlier. Now I can get it. Okay, so I have the tube in a bit, right? Down in there a little bit. And it locates it in the center is what it does. It holds it in the center. All right, so, that went down too far. Anyway, I'm going to move it into these holes area just a little bit down, I think. Just maybe right in the middle of these holes, I believe. And then of course this is my air tube and my oil tube at the same time. Well, that copper's oil tube, but anyway, it'll go inside. So when I put this little washery thing I made on here, to watch out, get through here. I'm gonna die one of these days. Just walked in my own shop. Anyway, I have this part here, and the only reason that's there is because this is just a washer, and that's a nut. I thought, hey, that nut fits right in that washer, so I welded them all the way around there, and then I blanked out the hole right there, okay? Just welded up the hole. And then that goes on here, right? So, that's nice enough. But now that I did what I did, because this is here, I think I'm going to knock it down just a little teeny bit. Okay, just a little round it off, and then put it in the other way, so when the oil drops, it'll hit and fall on the outside, and maybe it'll help it blow out the little holes and really go more. I don't know, because if this is going to be hot, right, it'll hit this and it'll vaporize. I did all my holes here at an angle. Well, first I just drilled them, right, and then what I did is I took my drill bit in there, stuck them in sideways, just to give them a little angle action. Will it work? I don't know. Just trying to do that swirl thing, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to get after that there. I still need to make my elbow part. Once this goes down in there, and it goes down to where it'll be like 1.5 inches off the bottom of that stainless steel ball I showed you earlier. But right now I think I'm going to hit this so that kind of make it like a dome a bit, so it hits it. Because this here, I'm kind of thinking it'll get hot. So maybe it'll vaporize, maybe not, and if not, it's going to be upside down and doing something. Who knows what it's going to be doing, I don't know. So, anyway, we'll find out as we go. So there you go, folks, that's a little update of what I'm doing here, and it's, I don't know, just less than, I'm not sure what my temperature is in here. With my original furnace and my number 3 burner, it's just less than 60 degrees in here, but that's because, I'm trying not to make any smoke out. I have my deal turned down to smaller than a pencil. Lead in there, I'm getting 400 something. If I just turn just a little teeny bit, it goes up to 800, but I get a little more smoke out the chimney. And I don't need it any more than 60 in here. Anyway, crying out loud. I have this on and it keeps me warm. So folks, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, and come back soon. Like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Don't like if you want, because if you can think of something I need to do to save me some time and energy, that's great. One thing I need to do is I'm going to make, instead of like some other people do with their clamps, I'm just going to take some C-channel or some C-pieces, and then when I get this here, told I beat this in here just snug. Alright, so anyway, when I put this on here, this is going to go right inside of my furnace, inside. So I'm going to make some pieces of metal, so when you put them on, you can just stick it underneath here, just slide it, and it'll be hard to kind of hold it that way. And then my air pipe will probably go up to my other deal there. So what I'll do is I'll just put a little things on there, you know, to hold it in the air. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Well, I'm just gonna make an angle. I'll fish my copper through there. This is just gonna sit it on top of a brake disc in there. That's what I'll do. And then just let her fly. So thanks a lot. Have fun. Come back. Everybody stay warm. Thank you.